Yeah, I think as a black man, like I guess if we had to talk about that, as a black man, it's like the concept of it is being strong and tough and confident, and you show no weakness. And inside of that, like showing no weakness, you falling apart inside, right? You're losing yourself because you might want to cry, but you know I can't cry, right? You might want to lean on somebody's shoulder, but then you like, man, what they gonna think if I'm leaning on his shoulder, right? Or you might just want to sit down and take a break. And I realized that, and I was like, this is killing me. And I was like, if I feel like I don't want to be here, imagine other people that don't want to feel like the same way. But then I thought to myself, if I say this publicly, it's gonna make my family look bad. To say to outside in the public, like, look, I don't feel like I want to be on this planet anymore, is not gonna make just me look bad, but my entire existence, my surrounding, you know. And so the moment I said it, I was like, you know, I was teaching a group of people one day, and I said to a young lady, I was like, a whole group of people, I said, man, there's been times in my life where I didn't want to be on this planet no more. And I just felt like this release, like, okay, I don't have to pretend to be strong and confident. Sometimes I feel like I just want to cry. Yeah. And that same day, I got a message from the young lady that was standing in front of me, and she said, you know what's crazy? I said, what is it? She said, I came to your workout. And she said, right after the workout, I was planning on taking my life. And she said, the only reason why I didn't is because I saw that you were in my same place, and I see you now and what you've become. And she said, I can only imagine what my life can look like. Now, but what happened to me that day was I got messages from my family telling me I shouldn't have said that. Messages from my friends saying I shouldn't have said that. Wow. But what they didn't see was the lives that can be saved when you become vulnerable. Exactly. And so that thing to me, that's like what he was saying when he was talking about that brunch. I don't know about y'all, but did y'all feel that energy? Yeah, no, I was like, y'all ready to do some push-ups or something like, so that's kind of like that energy of, that's what we give people.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And what you said in that, again, that really kind of resonated with me, the fact that you're vulnerable, but not afraid to be vulnerable, even as it's not something that they expect black men to do, right? You got to be tough, we got to be hard. I find myself having to scale back my disciplinary aspect of how I am with my sons. Because half the time I'm like, look, I need y'all to get it together. I need you, don't do that, don't do that. What you crying for? You crying all day. For what? Yeah. But realizing that the emotional aspect, I can't remove your emotions from you as a black man, because if I do, then I'm basically stripping you of your humanity. Yeah. I'm not letting you be who you are. I'm saying, no, you got to be what society says. You got to be tough and rough at all times. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that, as a negative stereotype to who we are. So you showcasing that vulnerability that then allows people to feel like, you know what, I can be me and I can be transparent. I feel like that's a beautiful thing, and that's why we have Dapper conversations, right? As kind of a follow up on that.
I think that's a true strength.
Yeah, superpower.
It's crazy. I've been holding my tongue on this. I think yeah, I think that's important for us to talk about as black men. Like, it's okay to be vulnerable. Yeah. We spend so much time, like you say, growing up. Nah, suck it up. Yeah. Nah, dust it off. Right. Nah, don't cry. Right. Shut. Nah, and then when we meet or reach these adverse situations in our lives, it's like, chin up. Yeah. Don't talk about, you know what I'm saying? And we bottle so much in, right? And it's not helping us heal. It's not allowing us to grow, So it's important. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. That's huge, because black men, we need to understand it's okay to be vulnerable. Yeah. It's okay. I just wanted to put that out there.
And I think that to add to that, it's from the moment that you're born, people are putting labels on you, right? I mean, like every type of label that you smart, dumb, tall, short, whatever. And some of them you decide that, hey, I'll keep this label. This one fits, right? But it's our choice to say, like, you know what? Being hard all the time, like, that's not a label that I want to have. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until very recently for me, like, and when I say recently, I mean like in the last 2 years, that I realized that I don't have to take on all these identities that other people put on me. And it's up to me to live the life that's for me. And the thing about it, and what you mentioned, is that the more you become who you really are, the more you fulfill your purpose on this earth. And you like, not only do you shift things within yourself, but you shift the world. Because we're all put here for this larger purpose that's bigger than each and every one of us. And some of it, people often talk to you about becoming something, but nobody talks to you about the unbecoming. Right? The removing of all of these things, you know, and you have to do that to get to the places that people that we are, you know, now.
Now that's huge, man. Sometimes you do gotta unlearn stuff and take some stuff off, right? And that's I think that's one of the hardest parts about, again, this thing of quote unquote being a man. It's like, how do I take off something that, and you know, sometimes they say you gotta take one step backward to take two steps forward. You know what I mean? And it's like, but it's so hard. It's so hard, man. I done all this and I've accomplished all this. What you mean take a step? What you mean, you know, become an intern and learn from somebody else? I feel like I've already, you know.
And that's when we gotta let the ego go.
Yeah, no, facts.
We gotta let the ego go, fam. Like I tell my clients that all the time, yo, check your ego at the door. Check your ego at the door. And this is obviously has nothing to be. It's not related to this, but like, yo, pick up the 20s. It's okay. You don't need to pick up the 50s, fam. Let's get that right. Let's get this right. Let's master this, and then let's move on. Nobody here watching you. It's just us. It's you versus you, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's important. You leave the ego at the door. If men can't let go of the ego, then we're going to run into those problems, you know?